gonna be exciting to see.
Shall we begin? Round one. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Player one has the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. Neither fighter wants to get stuck in the corner as they continue to duke it out mid-stage. They get the distance they want. Let's see their approach. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Player two is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Gets the jump in. Reads them. All right, what's coming up next? Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Player two chases them down. Teleports. That's gonna rattle them. They both back off to refocus. Who will make the first move? They don't need to go for anything big. Even a light tap could win this round. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Challenge from above. Jump. Going in. Player two, KO. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Who's going to start things off? Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Player one did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. Jumps in. You gotta be mindful of reaching jump-ins at this range. Player one is dominating this match. Shows a medium kick. KO. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? They timed that just right to get the perfect parry. That was a solid anti-air. Wow, shut down. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? So they break forward to pressure the opponent. All right, what's coming up next? Projectile to try and change the situation. From up above. We're near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Hold your KO! Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
A parry? This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Oh, says no to the impact. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive distance. Player two will need to play it to hit them with a stopping power. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. Uses the gauge for a super arm. Marisa delivering the goddess of the hunt. Heavy damage incoming.
Now you know.
Player one needs to use their SA gauge to their advantage. In there! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Teleport! Nowhere safe. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Anti-air drops him. They just said, get that jump-in out of here. Crowns him from above. Player one needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. Drops him hard. Player two will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side flip. Knocked them out of the air. Player two is dangerously close to running out of drive. The jump-in is denied. Dangerous range here. Jump! Forward and whiffs. They're wide open. Player two, this can lead to some big damage. Okay, here we read the jump-in perfectly. Noticeable life lead. It burns out. All the throw connects. Ugh, take a seat. It is over. Player one really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight? All right, first round. What's going to happen? Jump in, finds the mark. Player two with the life lead. There's still a lot of fighting to be had. It's anyone's match. Corner switch means they can now go on the offensive. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Will this super art connect? Taking stock. Player one can't afford to get hit again, experiencing burnout. Player one, this is a huge chance to make him feel it. Life lead opens up. Okay, baby spray. Oh. Player two picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. From up above, the next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Player two will look to apply pressure here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Player two can't use any drive moves without burning out. And fold! Nasty, no escaping that! That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Big counter. Player one with the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Box him with a target combo. Taking stock. Player two can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. I'd like to see them use this drive disparity to shift the tide of the fight to their side. Both sides backing off to form their game plan. Quadrig experiencing burnout. Jumps up. What'll happen here? Player two can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. They both back off to refocus. Who will make the first move? They exchange blows. Somehow pushes back all in there. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Pushing through with the glass, sees him coming and shrugs it off with the super armor. Quick brushes that off and keeps going. Were they baiting them into that? Player two needs to use the front of the corner here. How will they utilize this? Untouchable, impetuous, impregnable, and perfect! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Player one couldn't even get a tickle in. Might be time for a change. Still plenty of time left. Super Art on reads the jump in perfectly. Perfect execution with the anti-air. They just said, get that jump in out of here. There's a burnout and fold. Nasty blow to the back of the head. Player two is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. With super arts into play, it's really anything goes at this point. Tons of space between the fighters now. What are they cooking up? Teleport anti-air in the clutch. A jump? Goes for the ground and pound. What's next? Player 2. Is it a very good snares up? They are done. Player 2 made some smart moves there. Great game.
Great match. Here comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Fight with all your heart.
Prepare yourself. Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. That was a solid anti-air. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Grabs them. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Keeping track of the opponent's movements, waiting for a good opening. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. The jump in catches him, sees him coming and shrugs it off with a super up. Going in, player 1 will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Shows the medium kick. You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. We're at a standstill, but we may see an eruption soon. So, what's next? This is a turning point. They gotta turn it around. Let's off a yoga fire. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Amazing! Player 1 sees the overhead coming. Doesn't check the throw. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. This is it. Who's gonna take it all? Player 2 managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. Super hard on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they use it? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. They are not getting close to each other.
You're done.
Jump! This can lead to some big damage. This is gonna hurt. Perfectly executed. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for